created by with them. So Isam, can you please explain the speech project in Thai?
The speech product is the roast from the Special Occasions Manual, the Advanced Special Occasions Manual. And the objective is to poke fun at a particular individual in a good-natured way, adapt and personalize numerous materials from other sources, deliver jokes and humorous stories effectively. Time 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, another big round of applause.
Good nature? Did it say good nature? Oh. Shh. What I'm about to tell you is top secret. So if you can't keep a secret, you better leave now. I saw that my next project was to roast somebody, and I was invited here as a guest, and the only person I really know very well is Ken. So I decided I have to roast Ken. And then I found out that the theme is harmony, but mine is a roast. It's kind of disharmony, and I'm not making consonants. I'm making dissonance, but that's what I have to do. Well, how can I roast Ken? I was very wondered. He's such a nice guy, and how can I roast him? And I started brainstorming and writing some things down. And as I got started, I found, oh, wait a minute, it's not hard at all. I found a lot of things that I could roast him about. And then the problem became not what to say, but not what to say. Well, as I said, Ken's a very nice guy, but he has to be a nice guy because he's not handsome and he's not intelligent. So he has to be a nice guy. I mean, otherwise nobody would even let him in the room, right? Well, he's kind of a secretive guy. I found out I don't know what he does, and we've been friends for a number of years, and lately we've been hanging out, going to comedy clubs, and I didn't even know that he was in a very serious relationship. He had never told me. It just never came up. He's a very kind of secretive guy, and that's when I figured out that I think he may be a secret agent. You've all heard of the CIA, and you've heard of the FBI, maybe you've heard of KGB, and NSA is even more secret. He's in another group that's even more secret, that you don't even know the name. It's called ABC. And who would believe that a guy so tall, 195 centimeters, with red hair could be a secret agent? But that's just the point. Nobody would ever guess that he could be a secret agent because of the way he looks. And that's why he can be a good secret agent. Now, today is, all know about 9/11, and today is 11/11/11, and it's no coincidence that this is the day that I am, spilling the beans on Ken. It's Pepero Day, and take a look. Looks like Ken. Whenever Ken takes a picture, he always stands way in the back. Maybe he's being secret, but I always stand next to him when we take a picture. And that's because he's the only guy with less of a sense of fashion than me. So I look good when I stand next to him. And his hair, is always messed up. It's not because he's a messy guy. It's that when he stands in front of the mirror, he's so tall, he can't see his head. He can only see up to his neck. Now, he's from Australia, and you know that originally Australians were convicts. But not all of the Australians were convicts. A lot of the people sent to Australia were sent there because of the way they talk. Their accent is so terrible and bad that they sent them away. Go away to Australia. And you know that Ken was a tennis player. Maybe you know the Australian Open tennis tournament. Well, before that it was the Australian Closed. And Ken was in that, and nobody came, no one watched, so they said, we better forget the closed and make it the Australian Open. And that's when Ken quit. Ken originally joined the Toastmasters because he thought it was a cooking club. And he still hasn't figured out a way to, eat and cook. And he still thinks maybe it's a cooking club. That's why he's hanging around. Some people say his speeches are boring. I'm not going to say his speeches. He gave a speech about being tall. He gave a speech about seeing a dog on the street. He gave a speech about drinking a glass of milk once. I'm not going to say they're boring, but have you seen the movie Inception? Yeah. Well, I was listening to one of Ken's speeches once, and it was, you know, his voice is so smooth and silky, I fell asleep. And as I fell asleep, I started dreaming, and then in my dream, I fell asleep again. Ken's speeches are completely different than mine. He offends nobody, his speeches are, and I offend everyone. So we're complete opposites. But have you ever noticed that in the middle of the speech, he always drinks water? I always watch for that. I always wait for that because that's the highlight of the speech. Well, we're really good friends, and if our friendship survives this speech, then we're really good friends. So let's hail to the chief, or else. Come on, everybody, drink with me. Hail to the chief. Thank you.
It was so educational speech.